well, we're super excited. SmackDown's tomorrow night. What does it mean for you and the whole WWE roster for SmackDown to be moving to Fox?
We're so proud. I wish I could say, this is all happening because of Roman Reigns and the current roster, but to be honest, it's our 20th anniversary. So just that alone, all the hard work that we put in to develop this production, to, all the hard work and just learning everything along the way, I think it makes for a great partnership with Fox. To be on that level of production, to be able to put, live events together like that and celebrate sports like we do. I think it's going to be awesome.
If people don't know, there's a Raw roster, there's a SmackDown roster, and there's going to be a draft the following Friday on SmackDown. I'm curious for you as a superstar, what's that process like and what's the level of anxiety as far as where you're going to be drafted to?
Anxiety, that's a good word. It's tough because, we get so used to the schedules that we're in. Especially now in this time with Fox going to Fridays, it's changing a lot of things up for us. But I think also the fact that we are 52 weeks a year, there's no off season for us. So it breaks up the monotony. It gives us something to change up to. And I think it does a lot for the fans as well. It changes up the rivalries. It switches up the matchups. So you get to see a little bit of, a different setup, but a similar feel.
A number of the superstars WWE have come from a past life of football. We know about The Rock playing there at the University of Miami. A lot of people don't know about your football career playing at Georgia Tech there in Atlanta with what I consider to be one of the greatest receivers ever, Calvin Johnson. How did that preparation prepare you for this next career?
Oh, completely. And especially just being at Georgia Tech within a city, Atlanta, it makes you grow up really quick being in a market like that. But it was really nice to be around studs like Calvin, men who learned it from a very early age, which kind of complements his upbringing, his parents. But yeah, that's what was so phenomenal about being with Calvin and just players of that caliber, which there aren't many. You're one of them. But he was just always on the field. He brought no problems to the table. He was always positive. All positivity with him.
Now, you have a little rematch coming up with Erick Rowan.
That's right.
Now, are you going to take some of that, what we consider, I'm going to get me some get back in this matchup you have against him?
There's no better place than tomorrow night. SmackDown, 20th anniversary, the big switch to Fox. That's the place to handle your business. So and trust me, I got a lot to handle. It's been a long time coming. He's a big boy. He belongs on the line somewhere, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
He's a tackle somewhere, but yeah, I'm coming, and we're not playing around.
You've main evented multiple WrestleManias. I'm just wondering if you have we talk about lists all this time on the show, a top 5, a top 3, a top memory of the past couple of years that stands out for you?
To be honest, with this job and this career, we're just constantly moving into the next show. We're constantly thinking about tomorrow. We run shows for 100,000 people. We run shows for 5,000 people. So for me, everyone thinks of the WrestleManias, but to be honest, sometimes it's the small shows. It's the live events. It's the tours that'll have the most vibrant crowds. But for me, about 2 years ago, I think it was, we had a small live event in Lille, France, of all places. And they were just electric. I was going through a little bit of a loss in the family. I had lost my brother that year, and it was just really nice to be out there with some coworkers and to experience that energy. And I'm telling you, it really lifted my soul at the time.
Right. Give us a little insight. Less than 48 hours before you go into the big event. What's it like as you get your mind and your body to be able to do what you need to do?
For me, it's just muscle memory. I'm so used to its conditioning for me. Like I said, we don't have an off season, so you kind of stay in that groove, that mid-season groove. You have to stay in that. So for me, we have great opportunities like this. I'll be on Thursday Night Football tonight.
Oh,
and then
nice.
Be jetting over to the West Coast to get to L.A. So I'm so used to just running and gunning that it just keeps me busy. It keeps my mind loose because I'm going from task to task. And by the time I get to L.A., it's just going to be muscle memory from there. It's just going to let my instincts and let my physical, nature take over.
Real quick before you go, if I may, for people that have been following wrestling, they know your story. Your rise has been unbelievable. And watching you take on the mantle, you mentioned The Rock as a former football player. The Rock, there was a period of time, was the face of WWE. Roman Reigns, now the face of WWE. You've done a great job with it. Congratulations, man.
Thank you so much.
Really, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.